Hello and Happy New Year. I'm Chris Fenton with LePage Pacific Rim Realty, the Fenton Group, and I'm coming to you from my virtual office to give you a real estate market update for Port Alberni for January 2022. But it's sort of a special market update because we're going to go back and look at all of 2021 and take a look at what the real estate market is doing. I think most people know that the real estate market has been a very, very strong market characterized by a lot of competition for the few listings that are on the market and very, very steeply increasing prices. So that's what we've seen in 2021. We're going to go through that and then we'll talk a little bit about what we might expect in 2022. I'm going to share my second screen with you and we're just going to jump into our blog. So you can get a really good detailed version of what we call the Fenton report on our blog at justlistedalberni.ca, and then head over to the resource section and you'll find this blog post. You can even download a PDF version, which is a 4-page document that shows all the stats. I wanted to jump here because it gives us a bit of a visual. So this is the historic stats for the Alberni Valley. So this is for what I call the greater Alberni Valley: Beaver Creek, Cherry Creek, Sprout Lake, and the city of Port Alberni. And I've been keeping these stats essentially since I became a real estate agent. So these are going back now 20 years. And what we have graphed is we have our average sale price in a bar, in the red bars, and we have units sold in the gray line. And this is the crazy part, right? We're seeing this massive increase in average sale price. So much so that the average sale price in the greater Alberni Valley for non-waterfront homes increased above the $500,000 mark for the first time in history. Now, an interesting thing in this is what I've noticed throughout my career is we get these periods in the Alberni Valley of declining demand. So the sales start to go down. And then a few years later, we'll see prices slowly start to peter downward. And we'll go into this sort of long, dragged out buyer's market. Back before the pandemic hit in 2017, 2018, we were starting to see a decline in sales numbers, which normally, in my experience, would have resulted in prices beginning to decrease a few years later. But the pandemic happened and things kind of went crazy. And what happened, in my opinion, was a lot of people, especially in early 2020 at the time of the lockdown and when we opened back up right after the beginning of the pandemic, a lot of people didn't want people going through their house because of fear of the virus. So there was naturally less coming on the market than there would have otherwise been, less homes, but demand stayed strong. So people started buying and there was less supply and prices started to skyrocket. Well, the skyrocketing of prices caused a bit of fear in the marketplace, and a whole generation of first-time home buyers that maybe were going to buy a house at some point in their life, but it was sort of down the road, up their timetable and decided to buy right away because there was fear that they wouldn't be able to afford to get in the market if they didn't buy now. It exacerbated the problem because now we have this lack of supply and demand started to grow. So I think that's where we find ourselves today. I don't know how long that will go on for. Nothing ever lasts forever in the world or in economics. So this isn't going to continue forever. At some point, this pent-up demand from this generation of buyers will probably lessen off. LePage Canada is predicting a 10% increase in average sale price across the nation, which is a market. It's still an increase, so it's still a seller's market, but they're predicting it not to go up as quickly or not to be as frantic as it was in 2021. So that would be probably good for everybody. Let's go through the stats real quickly, and then we'll get on with it. So the number of homes sold in 2021 was 425 homes. That was up 19% from 2020. Meanwhile, homes listed was only up 1%. So that is the demand and supply problem, leading to the 26% increase in average sale price. And for the first time in history, the average home sold at 1.1% above the asking price, which is the highest. Well, the first time I've ever seen the average price sell above the asking price. That's characteristic of what we're hearing is called bidding wars and multiple offer scenarios. Sprout Lake market, I won't get into too much because there was only 3 sales. So that's what I'll say. The average number of sales was down 67%, and the number of homes on the market was down 25%. Those are for true waterfront single family homes. So it's hard to draw any conclusions about price when you only have 3 sales to work with. The average building lot in the city of Port Alberni, the average price per square foot jumped drastically by 29%, from $12.92 to $16.63 in 2021. And there's just a very, very, very marked lack of supply of lots, and something that we need to maybe address as a community. And then this just shows the graph of percentage of homes that are selling below, at, or above asking price in the year 2021, and 39.1% were selling above asking price. Interesting, still 41% of homes sold below their asking price. So it's not that everything is going to a bidding more, it's just that far more did than ever had in the past. So that is your real estate market update for Port Alberni for January 2022. If you have any questions about the market or want any comments, please leave them in the comments below or give us a call, 250-723-8786. You have a great day. Bye for now.